You ain't dirty. You ain't here to party.
Hello, YouTube. This is Edmonkey, and welcome to one of my emblem making tutorials. Now, today we're going to be making a sexy, woman-y kind of emblem, kind of side boob area. I'm not kind of sure what I'm going to call it yet, so it's like sexy lady side boob. This is what I'm going with. Right, so let's get started. Now, I'll just pre-warn you, I've made this twice as fast as I did it instead of real time because there's a bit of fiddling around like you can see here, which is with this shape. So I didn't want to be hanging around too long and making you watch it. Just follow the steps, you'll be alright. It's not too fast. I mean, it's only twice as fast. So it's okay. So the first shape we do is the rounded square, and this is going to be orange number 8. Now, when I say number 8, I go from the top, work my way down. So it's the 8th one down in that column. So you just want to kind of cover the whole shape with that because this is your background colour. Next we have the axe, which is a shape I was fiddling around with there, which is kind of the front shape of the woman. So that's what I was fiddling around because you kind of want to get this right. And I do move it again a bit later on. The next shape I use here is the swoop, and I make this aqua 2. Now this is 2 down, and it's aqua because it's not quite blue, it's not quite green, but you can use whatever colour you want. I make a copy of that, and then I make that aqua 5, so 5 down again, and you move that to layer 3. Now, because you want it behind, and then you make another swoop, which I actually make aqua 3 because I swapped the other one to aqua 3, but we move it back to aqua 2, so it's a bit confusing. Don't bother needing to change the shape, just make this one aqua 2 and you should be alright. So, this swoop is going to be the shape of the other breast, because the axe makes the shape of the first breast and the front of the woman, and this one will make the other shape, and you're just going to be trying to move it, because you don't want to make it stupidly big, because that'll just be silly, okay? You want to make it look a bit realistic, because I know people when they do these things, they always go like super big. See, there we go, I'm changing the shape back to aqua number 2, so 2 down on that colour, or whatever colour you choose yourself. Then we have a smile outline, which is going to be the darkest colour, the top one, which is aqua 1, and you're going to put that in the middle there to kind of make, it's where the light isn't shining, because there's a divot, obviously, between, it's a bit of a soft word, the cleavage, I shall call it, not divot, between the two breasts, and even through clothes you kind of see that, so you're going to want to make that a bit darker like that. Then I play around again with the swoop shapes like I am here, layer 3 and layer 4, and I also move the smile outline because I'm just trying to get that smooth line at the front, because where the axe line is going, that's where you want to follow that smoothly around to get the shape. And again, I'll probably move them again later. This is why I sped it up, because it's a lot of fiddling around with this shape. Next shape we get is a smile outline. You're just going to make this black, and this is just kind of to outline the other breast on the other side. Now, you just want to kind of make the one point of the smile outline go with the last swoop you put in. Next shape we get here, this is half a long hair, and you make this black, and you stretch this out, you see, like I did there, and it's just to put a bit of black in the background, and also it's good for the hair because it gives you the shapes going in. Instead of actually making it your hair, you're doing the dark going into the actual hair, which I thought made it look a bit better. And again, now we get another axe here, and we're going to make this pink number 5, so 5 down from the top, and you move this to layer 8 behind the hair, and you just want to, this is again, you're trying to make the back shape of the woman here. So there is going to be an arm coming down, so the flat edge is going down there, and the kind of the little out bump is going at the top, just underneath the armpit, and the curve is going underneath, and that's how you get that shape. And you just kind of put it on the corner there of the long hair, like I did. Then we get another swoop. Now you're going to make this orange number 7, so one darker even than the background colour. This is of the skin colour, because if you do a different colour for skin, so it's one darker, that is what you're going to use there. And you kind of, what you do, and I'll move the smile outline again just a little bit, just to do the shape. And you just want it, this is like the shadow of the underneath of the boob, so you kind of putting that just coming behind, and you're going to move it to layer 2, so it's behind all of the kind of swimsuit, I guess that's what it is. Then we'll make a copy of layer 10 and move it to layer 2, and this again is another little hair kind of thing, and again I'm moving from the dark into the hair instead of the other way around, and you just want to put it there in the top right hand corner. Next we have another half a long hair even, and you move this to layer 3 and make it black. But this one we're going crosswards, and we're not going to stretch it out as long because we're just doing this underneath her like chin. This is going to be, so it doesn't need to be stretched out as long, or else we're going right through her face, and that just looks silly, so you don't want to do that. So the next shape we get again is the swoop. It's quite simple. We're using a lot of the same shapes. So, and we make this pink 5 and move this to layer 2. Now this is going to be the hair on the right hand side of the picture, and you just kind of want to get it. It doesn't matter if it actually overlaps the black a little bit, because you're going to put another black in there anyway, and you kind of just want to get that curve of the shape of the face like I do there. Now I do move it, so don't worry about it anyway. So right, what do we get here? We have, this is a windsock, this is called, and you want to make it the outline. So on this you press start, I believe, to change it to an outline. And this is just to get the shape of the face, and you're going to move this to layer 3, and obviously it's black because that's the colour it is there, because it's an outline. And this is why you'll be moving layer 5 a bit, and layer 2 just a little bit, because layer 5 here is just poking through a bit, and then layer 2 obviously just try and curve it round the same shape as the windsock as I do there. Next again another swoop, and we make this pink 5, or whatever colour you choose for the hair. You don't actually have to use the same colours, you can make it whatever you want. And this is just going to be coming across the face, so we can leave this here in layer 15, and you're just going to be kind of making that again pink 5. I think I've already said that, and it's just going to come across the chest bit, just underneath the chin, so you're not fiddling around with the chin yourself. You're just going to be doing that. You won't have to do that, you see, because it's covered by the hair. Next we have a smile outline, which is going to be black, and this is just like the top hand of the shoulder. And again, I'm just fiddling around with the shapes. This is why I sped it up, because it's a lot of fiddling around. It's just trying to make it look right. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine, but if it looks right in your picture, then you're all good. Next we have a half a circle, and you're going to move this to layer 2 and make it aqua for or whatever colour you want, because these are like the glasses, so you can even make them black if you want, or whatever colour. But I went with the same kind of colour scheme as the swimsuit as I used. Then we use a kiss, and we move this to layer 3, and this is going to be the same colour as the skin that I use, which is orange 8 in my case, so 8 down on the orange scale. And what you want to do is to kind of get the two curves of the glasses and just kind of have a point going through the middle of the skin. And it doesn't matter there if you see on the left there's like a little nut, because you're going to put some hair in a minute, so you don't have to worry about that. Next we get a mane, which is just black, and you're just going to kind of stretch it a little bit and put the point there for the nose and the thicker end on the other side, so it makes it look a bit like a nostril. Then we get a mane again, and I use red 4, so 4 down from the top. Move this to layer 17 behind the hair, like that. And then I'll make a copy of that, which I'll move to layer 18, and then I'll make it a bit smaller, because obviously the angle of the mouth, the larger one is going to be at the front, and then you have a little smaller one there. And I'm just trying to line it up to give you the two lumps of the lip just underneath the nose, like so. Then we have half a circle, and again you're just going to make this red 4. We're going all the same shade at the moment, and you move this to layer 17, and then it goes beneath the two manes, you see. Then I have a rounded square, and I make this white, and we're going to move that to layer 18, because it goes behind the two manes but in front of the bottom lip, and it's just to put some teeth. Then I make a copy of layer 20, and I actually make this red 5, so one lighter, and I'll move that to layer 20 in a minute, and it's just one lighter than the other one, just to put a bit of light on there. I mean, you can barely see it because of the size of it on here, but I just wanted to put a little light in, because that's what I would have done. So I'll make a copy of layer 6 here, and then we're going to put this on the hair. So it just makes it look like, you know, you've got lines going through your hair, that kind of cartoony look. And again, here again, I'm doing a little fiddling. Like I said, this is why I sped it up, and I'm just trying to cover that little bit of skin there, you see, just on the shoulder. And I shall be moving the shoulder and stuff around again in a bit, so I get it like that. That's what I do. Then I make, oh, okay, I'll move it again. Just keep moving it, that's right. And then you make a copy of it, and you're going to make this one, it's going to be pink number 5 again. And you're going to move this to layer 22, and you're just going to stick that behind. And it's, see, this is why I said don't worry about that little bit of glasses kind of colour showing through, because you're going to put this hair here, and you kind of want to just put a few strands coming down. It just kind of breaks the shape up of the swoop, and it puts a bit of hair coming onto a face like so. And again, I'm playing around with this a bit again, and you just want to kind of do what I do. just have a little mess. Then I move around layer 24, which is the smile outline, layer 15 a little bit as well, smooth those around, and just have a little fiddle with a few of the shapes here, because I'm just trying to get the shape of the arm here. This is what I'm doing. And again, now this shape here is actually called Action Hero, and you move this to layer 16, and you want to make this like one darker, so it would be orange number 7, or whatever colour skin you have used, because I used 8, so that's the light one. So from the top, number 7 down, and this is kind of the shadow of underneath the armpit, and you're just covering over that little bit of hair. And I'll just move around layer 15 a bit in a minute, because I'm like fiddling with the two shapes just to try and get the shape right. And again, I'll probably move back to layer 16 and keep moving that around a little bit as well. So it's just playing with it a bit. This is why I sped it up. Like I said, you don't really want to watch me fiddling around with it. You just kind of want to see the end result. But there we go. Now I'll just make that a little bigger. And there we go. That's the shadow underneath the arm when I put it down. There we go. Put down the dolphin. You know, it's a dolphin. It's called Last Action Hero, and I'll move the shoulder as well a little bit here, which is layer 25, just a tiny bit. And it's called Last Action Hero, but it's a dolphin. I'm just going to call it a dolphin, okay? Last Action Hero, dolphin. And you want to move this one. And again, okay, this is orange 7 for me. Whatever skin colour you're doing, it is going to be one darker than you're using for your background. And then we're going to move this. This one is a bit fiddly again. This is why I'm messing around a little bit again. What you want to do is you want to get the fin at the top, like so his back fin, or tail. So we call it tail because I'm going to explain fins in a minute. You want to kind of get a bit of shadow from the hair, and then you want the two fins. The finner fin is going to be like a rib shadow underneath, and then the other one is going to be like the shadow underneath the breast. So you've kind of got to fiddle around with it just to get it in the right shape, and this is why I've sped it up again, because it's just fiddling around. And then I moved shape 10 a bit because I didn't quite like the curvature of that. So again, it's just what looks right to you. You can try and copy as much as you want, exactly as me as you want, but I mean, like I said, I just fiddle around and just whatever looks right, that's what I go with. So now we have half a long hair again, and we're going to move this to layer 4, and we're going to make this black. And I just want to put a few whisks of the hair, kind of a shadow coming onto on the glasses, and you want to cover up that skin colour in the right hand top corner. So like I did there, I just moved it around, got the little shape, and I did a flick backwards and forwards just so you could see where it was when it was highlighted, like I did there. Now we go for a full circle, and we're going to make this white. Move it to layer 4, and kind of squish and stretch it a little bit, and have a little play around like I am here, just messing around in the glasses to, it's just to give it a bit of shimmer on the glasses, because obviously when there's light it would reflect off glasses, because that's what they're there for, to protect your eyes like I do here. Now, this you're going to want to make 70% opaqueness or opacity, and there we go, see, I'll move it down. Is it going 70%? Yay, 70%. So it's just to put a bit of light on there so the colour still shines through a little bit, and because it's behind, you can get away with that, doing that. You ain't got to fiddle around too much about where you're going to put it. Next, we get another full circle. We're going to move this to layer 15. I'll make this aqua free, so free down from the top. So whatever colour you use, just go. I think it's like one lighter than the actual colour that I'm using there. So the darker colour of the swimsuit, it's one lighter than that, so it's aqua free. And again here I'm just moving around layer 16 and layer 14 a little bit just to get the right shape. Now I've added a bit more, and I also moved layer 17 a little bit and layer 10. And this is why I sped it up. Like I said, it's just to speed things up for you, because I'm just fiddling around trying to get the right shape. Like you're never going to get it perfect all the time. Now we come to the last shape, which is just a smile outline, which is going to be a cheeky little nipple on the thing, and you're done. If you like the emblem, please give it a like, and if you want to see some more emblems, I have loads on my channel. Just you can subscribe or just have a look. It's up to you. Edmonkey out.
Let's get dirty, that's my jam. I need that to get me off, sweating till my clothes come off.